Hey, this is Avish Parashar. Thanks so much for checking out the Be Funny as a Speaker online video training course. This is an awesome program, and if you are serious about wanting to be funny as a speaker, this program is absolutely going to help you do it. This is 5 1-hour recordings. Actually, some of them are longer than an hour because we had so much material. We went on for like an hour and 15 minutes. This is a recording of a live online webinar based training class where I took a group of people and just dumped a ton of content on them on all the different ways they can add humor and develop their natural humor. And these recordings are now available to you so you can do the same. It's really a three-step process. It's how do you discover your humor, how do you develop it, and how do you deliver it. Discover, develop, deliver. And we go in depth on all of these topics. There's 5 recordings. The first one goes into creativity. This is the foundation of humor and the foundation of naturalness and being authentic. And so many people try to write jokes or add humor, but if you do that before you've started building a creative foundation, you're going to struggle. So if you ever struggled in the past, that may be why. And as you'll see with everything else that comes after, the better your creative foundation, the more able you're going to be able to do to write jokes, add physicality and emotion, and use props and write material. Everything gets better. So we go really in depth, showing you how you can access your creative foundation. Then we move into a variety of techniques. Storytelling. Storytelling is so critical for speakers and for humor. Even many of the best stand-up comedians, when you listen to them, some of the ones being paid thousands and thousands of dollars, they're telling stories. They're doing it in a way that's funny and they add jokes in, but it all starts with storytelling. And as a speaker, you know storytelling is your bread and butter. So we're going to go in the foundations of storytelling and talk about how you can use those stories to be funny as well. Then we're going to go into nonverbal humor, right? There's 2 ways of milking tremendous amounts of humor without writing a joke. Non-verbally. Number 1, using emotions. This is the secret sauce of humor. The way you emote and express your emotions can get tremendous laughs even without you changing a single thing. Then there's physicality. The mime, the facial expressions, how you move, how you position your body. Again, you can get tremendous humor just by adjusting those things without doing anything else. So we'll talk in depth about how you do that. Then we'll talk about jokes. You know, in general, as a speaker, you're better off telling funny stories than writing jokes. Because if you tell a funny story and you don't get a laugh, you're still just telling a story to make a point. If you tell a joke and no one laughs, you've bombed. However, we're going to go into how do you craft a joke. Number 1, for some of you, it might be an appropriate way of getting humor. Number 2, by understanding the structure of joke telling, you will understand how to take that story and move some words around and pause and position and deliver in a way that's going to get you lots of humor. So jokes are a useful way, but later. That's why they're covered 4th. Finally, we'll talk about humor aids. I know a lot of incredibly successful speakers who make a lot of money as humorists by using humor aids. They use props. They use visuals on their PowerPoint. They show funny videos. There are a lot of things you can do right now to add humor to your program without you necessarily having to be funnier. So we'll talk about all the different ways you can do that and give you lots of ideas. I am so proud of this program because we go so in depth on the concept of humor, and we're not just focused on one area. Right? I have a background in improvisation. I'm not just telling you how to be an improv comedian. We're showing all these different ways you can add humor to your programs because no one way is going to work for everyone. So if you've ever tried to learn humor before and struggled, it could be because you were using a humor strategy that wasn't for you. So we go in depth into all of them. You can take little bits from every one and really find your primary one, and you'll have the tools and the knowledge after this program to know how to really milk it and leverage it. Now, the one thing is, because there's so much content, I'll have to admit, I don't spend a lot of time being funny per se. So if you're coming to this, I've been to humor workshops before where the instructor basically does their comedy routine and then talks a little bit about what they did. I'm going to be totally honest with you. That's not what this program is about. If that's what you're looking for, this is not the program for you. But if you want tons of techniques, tons of information and strategy, and just an overwhelming amount of information and tactics to help you be funnier as a speaker, this is the program for you. So read through the description and sign up now. Because the sooner you sign up, the sooner you can be going through the program and learning how you can be funny as a speaker. There are also a couple of tremendously awesome bonuses. Check those out. This is so worth it. If you have any questions about the program, whether you think it's right for you, please go to the contact page on this site and drop me a line. Otherwise, I will see you on the other side of this as you learn how to be funny as a speaker.